We're coming to you from West Haven, and I'm talking to Lily Hansen. She has an incredible story she's here to share with us today. So now you are in middle school, right? How old are you?
I am 13 years old.
Excellent. But it always hasn't been that easy for you because you were diagnosed with cancer. How old were you when you were diagnosed?
I was 7 years old.
7 years old. Tell me what happened, how it all came about, and how you found out.
Well, I had these back pains that were going, like it was going through to my back, to my legs. So we went to the doctors a couple times and they said it was nothing. And then finally one night I couldn't get up, I couldn't walk really. So my parents came up with me screaming and they took me to the Williamson Medical School. Williamson Medical, and they took me there and they said it was nothing. They never checked my blood. So then we went back to the doctors, they took some blood and they said, we think you might have cancer. So they told us to go to Vandy, and so we went to Vanderbilt and they found out that I had cancer.
What type of cancer did you have?
I had ALL, leukemia.
And what happened after that? I mean, that's super scary. The C word, nobody wants to hear that they have cancer, especially when you're 7. I mean, did you understand really what was going on?
No, I didn't understand, but they basically explained it as there's weeds growing in your body and they need to kill the weeds and make it flowers again.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it, I guess. Now, you had to go through some pretty intense treatments. Tell me about what was happening and what you had to endure.
Well, the first stage wasn't that bad, and then when there's this one stage where I had to take this medicine and it made my hair fall out and it didn't make my stomach feel too good. And then I became bald, of course. And so when I was bald, people would not stop staring at me and asking, "Hey, that girl's bald, that's not right." And it was kind of embarrassing. I didn't like that. So I got wigs, but I didn't like the wigs, so.
You had to go through a whole lot. What did you learn about yourself through all of that?
Savor your life. Don't wish that you were dead, because it's not going to be fun. Do all the things you want to do, and then so you'll have a happy life to live.
What do you think people really take away from your story when they hear about what you went through and how you're doing now? Because you're playing volleyball and you're all over the place and you're healthy and you're doing great.
Well, they don't really get how it was not really. It was harder to find how the sister feels or the sibling feels, because they get how the kid feels that's having it, or they don't understand how the family feels and how it affects the family and the siblings especially.
Okay, so when you were diagnosed, you decided to come up with a personal goal. Tell me about that.
Well, when I was 7 years old, I thought $100 was a lot of money. So I said, my mom asked me, let's raise some money, because I thought this was not fair to go through. So she said, okay, tell me your goal. I said $100. She said, okay, let me write you a check. And then she said, let's go a little further. And I thought for a minute, and I said $1 million. So we decided to reach $1 million, and this year we have a ton of different fundraisers, but this year we reached our 1 million goal with the Franklin for the Cure.
So from the time that you were diagnosed until now, you've raised over $1 million.
Yes, that's true.
What's the next goal?
I guess the next goal is to try and just keep fundraising and raise as much money as we can while we're keeping the fundraiser going.
Where does the money go to? Is it a specific thing? Does it go to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, or is it a specific charity arm of the American Cancer Society?
Well, it goes to Vanderbilt to help research and find a cure for childhood cancer.
I know your immediate goal was to finish volleyball season, which you did.
Yes.
Awesome. What happens when you grow up? What do you want to do?
I want to be a nurse, a pediatric nurse for little kids with the leukemia. I want to work in the 6th floors where they had me in that area.
And what do you hope to accomplish by being a pediatric nurse? What do you want to do when you're there, and how do you want to inspire those kids?
Inspire those kids saying you're going to make it. Don't worry, don't think about death. Just move forward with your life. Don't give up yet, and keep hopeful. Pray a lot and all that.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Lily, for sharing your story. Of course, you can always find out more at williamsonsource.com.